Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for October. I hope you guys are all well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. That's not unusual in a general reading. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Scorpio, don't force yourself into a reading. That is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. You just got the Ace of Wands out, Scorpio. So something brand new is happening here. All right, so you have this Ace of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands, and coming out together is the Fool in reverse along with the Seven of Swords. All right, so you may be thinking that somebody is just coming in with a passion. This could be a one-night stand, or it could be something that, you know, got started, but it got started in a really passionate way. And you could be feeling like, I don't know if this is right for me, because there's something about you not trusting this new beginning. It's eliciting fear. Not sure if you want to take this risk or not. I do feel like you're a little defensive about this. So let me see who's in your energy here, Scorpio. I feel like there's some kind of new beginning that's coming in that's passionate, but you're not sure you trust it. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy. All right, so we have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Wands and the Three of Cups. You could have recently met this person. You may have met them when you were out with friends or out at some sort of an event. I do feel like this is somebody who does like to, you know, go out. There's almost like a partying type of energy here. This person may be younger than you, or they may just be more immature. I do feel like this is somebody who is rather flirtatious. I feel like this is also somebody who, you know, relationships or, you know, connections tend to make them feel overwhelmed. This is somebody who likes their freedom, it looks like. I feel like when things don't go their way, they can be a little bit, you know, bratty. They can be a little bit spoiled here. So I feel like you may have kind of like put up your defenses, and they may have escalated the situation. So let me see. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Ooh, the Emperor. Somebody may have presented themselves as an emperor to you, or somebody that was, you know, like they took action of this situation. They brought the passion. They were very flirtatious, but they're presenting themselves as an emperor when in fact they're a page, which is interesting. I do feel like some of you could be dealing with somebody who is in a position of authority of some sort. Maybe even a business owner. There's something to do with being in authority. But I feel like most of you guys, you've already taken charge of your own life here. So there could be a little bit of a power struggle going on. Let me see. Show me what is affecting this connection. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. I'm getting strong Aries energy. Five of Cups in the reverse. So you've both gone through some difficult times, possibly even some depression on one side. So, and you're both looking for love. You're both looking for love. You've both gone through difficult times, which is why you're feeling defensive. It's why they're feeling overwhelmed. And I feel like you met this person possibly at some social function, and you're both looking for love. You are. Let me see. Show me the outcome between Scorpio and this person. Oh, the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I feel like the person you're dealing with, Scorpio, they came on very strong. They came on really strong. there could have been a, one night stand or a physical interaction. And if not, they just came on strong. They were extremely flirtatious. And I feel like you both kind of threw up those defenses here. I feel like you threw up the defenses first, and then that made them feel overwhelmed because you were both looking for love after going through a difficult time. So you feel like they're being deceptive, which has triggered fear in you. And they're like, nah, I like dating. I like going out, I like the passion. So you're thinking that they are a player, and they could be, because there is a lot of that energy that I'm seeing here. But ultimately what's affecting the connection is you both are looking for love. So I see this kind of being on again, off again. For somebody out there, you may have actually had a one-night stand with this person and then they ghosted you here. Yeah, because they didn't know how to handle it afterwards. So you may be viewing them as a player, but we're going to clarify all that. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords in the reverse. That's underlying energy. It does indicate a decision that's being made. So let's clarify. Spirit wants the Ace of Wands here for Scorpio. Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed and the Moon in reverse. You've had some realizations about this person, or something was revealed that made you angry. Yeah, I feel like you may be thinking you need to cut this person out. You don't trust them. And I can see, it almost appears like this person presented themselves as being this emperor when in fact they were a page. So something here came out. Something was revealed. Something has been realized. And I feel like you're angry with this person. It's almost this energy of, I don't even want to talk to you. Let me see the Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Two of Cups. Like I said, you were looking for your Two of Cups and Judgment. Yeah, so it's a judgment call. You're trying to figure out what this person's motivations were. I feel like they came on very strong and then they faded. So there was a judgment call here. Because you don't want to go through a bad experience again, which is why your defenses have gone up. Let me see the bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for Scorpio. Okay, we have the High Priestess reversed. We have the Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Strength card reversed. Yeah, you're keeping a lid on your heart. So I feel like you want love in your life. You've obviously gone through a very difficult experience at some point, and you're looking for love. And I feel like this person came on really strong. Now, here's the thing. You want a balanced connection. You want something that's balanced. I feel like there's still some things you need to work on. There's definitely trust issues here. There's fear issues. And these are all things that you do need to work on. But something was revealed to you about this person. You realized something, or you saw something that really kind of made you say, I don't know if this person is being on the up and up with me. And so I feel like you want something balanced. And if it's not balanced, you're not having it. Let me look at their energy. Let's see what's going on with them, Scorpio. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse for the person in Scorpio's energy? All right, we have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Three of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like this person ghosted you. I feel like they came on really, really strong, and then they kind of ghosted you. There's an energy of them being stuck, unable to move forward. But that's not how they presented themselves. And I also feel like this person's avoiding. So if you met them at a particular place, I feel like they're avoiding that place. They're avoiding that area. There's something here, they're just not a happy person, to be honest. Why is the Ten of Wands here? There it is. Okay, so King of Swords, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have the Ace of Wands reversed. This person is afraid. They're afraid of having a real connection. They're afraid of a new beginning. But they didn't present themselves in that manner. See, they came towards you like they were just, you know, really the best ever. You know, they were an emperor. They were in charge. They were in control of everything. But the truth of it is that they're more in a page energy, and they're not wanting to actually commit. This person likes partying. And then I feel like they avoided you. They may try to reach out to you to communicate, but if so, I feel like they're going to have a hard time doing that, because this person has a hard time. Ten of Wands, the difficulty they have is in being honest and direct. The difficulty they have is in actually starting something and following through with it. So I feel like this person has some conflicting energy in how they presented themselves to you and how they actually are. Why is the Three of Cups here? Yeah, they like being single. Nine of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups reversed. So they could even be a little bit disrespectful in the way that they've treated you, particularly if they ghosted you after, you know, being together. Because there is an indication that there was a one-night stand for somebody out there, or, you know, some sort of new beginning, if not a one-night stand. It was like a new beginning. They were all in, and then they just ghosted. This is somebody who enjoys partying. They enjoy being single. They're not ready for love. They don't feel they're ready for love. That's something that they have a difficult time with. Let me look at the energy between Scorpio and this person. Queen of Wands. The Lovers reverse, and the Six of Wands reverse. Now, the Six of Wands reverse was hidden behind the Lovers in reverse. So, so this person may have, they came on very strong. Whether it's a male or a female, they were in that Emperor energy. Very flirtatious, very, and I feel like this is a very attractive person. This is somebody that is very dynamic. Like, people like being around them. They're very charming. And I feel like, but when things don't go their way, then they ghost, they get out. They can't move things forward. I feel like this is somebody who is stuck in some very juvenile behavior. So I do see that there's an ending here, and I feel like this person ghosted you. You may be feeling like they moved on with somebody else, and they very well may have. I feel like you're angry. You may have found out that they were with someone else, because there's something here that you saw that really pissed you off. So let me see. I feel like this person isn't acknowledging you now. I feel like they're avoiding you. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Page of Swords reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you had no idea that this person wasn't, they weren't bringing any stability. They didn't want to have something solid and stable. Because I feel like you thought, you were charmed by this person. You thought this person, you know, was everything you could have looked for, could have wanted. But there's something here that was revealed to you that really changed your perspective. And you don't trust this person at all. I feel like you're no longer talking with this person. You don't really know or understand why they've done the things that they've done. So I do feel like you're probably very hurt by their behavior. But the truth of it is they have a lot of difficulty having anything stable. It's easier for this person to, you know, they present themselves one way, but they are emotionally immature. And I feel like this is somebody who has difficulty having connections that are stable. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Possibly Gemini as well. Let's look at the outcome, because I feel like this person rushed in and then they left just as quickly, and it kind of made your head spin. And they may have even, like, you know, taken off towards someone else for somebody out there. All right. Yeah, Knight of Wands in the reverse. You're keeping the cup on, or the lid on your cup of love here, because you're afraid this person is deceitful. It's based on something that was revealed to you or that you saw. You could be questioning your intuition with regard to this person. All right, we have the Knight of Wands reversed, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Three of Coins reversed. I'm not seeing any other cards that indicate that this person is married, but there's something to do with, oh, well, you know what, that you could have met them at a wedding, you could have met them at some sort of celebration. But I'm really getting that this person came on really strong, really flirtatious. And I feel like they get a lot of attention. They like the attention. They pursued you heavily. They came in hard and fast and then left just as quickly. And for some of you, they may have even ghosted you. It's because this person likes the chase. They like the chase. They like to be single. They like to party. They're not open to love at this particular time. So there's something to do with them having a difficult time, you know, being in any kind of an established foundation. This isn't somebody who's stable. They come across as being very mature, but underneath it all, they're very immature. And you feel like this person's a player. Yeah. And I will say, I mean, I don't know if they're a player or not. That's everybody's individual situation. But I do see immaturity here. And somebody who enjoys being single. But I don't feel like that's how they approached you. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords in the upright. So conflicting. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, Two of Swords in the upright. I feel like you've gone back and forth in your mind. I think you're on the right track here, Scorpio. I think this person's just very immature. I don't feel like they're ready to settle down. But they really kind of did not represent themselves in that manner. So I'm sorry. I feel like in order for you to give your heart to somebody, you want something that's equal and balanced. And I don't feel like this person is. And I feel like you realized it. So that's not on you. That's on them. Pulling for Scorpio. Let's get you an oracle card. Yeah, number 34, trapped. See, I feel like this person feels that being in a relationship traps them in some manner. They're just emotionally not ready for commitment. Give me a second. I'm going to read that. You could have also felt like this person kind of came in and trapped you and then took off. It says, "Dear sweet child, do you feel as if you are trapped in your life right now? Do you sense that you cannot do what you really want to do because others have expectations of you that you may not be able to fulfill? Do you feel as if you will never get what you want or go where you want to go? Have patience, for truly you are in a temporary prison that exists in your mind. Your circumstances, no matter what they are, will change, and you will be free to experience the life you wish to lead. In these times, dreaming is the best antidote. And of course, patience. Consider the story of the half-raven boy trapped in conflict until he finally follows his heart. Trust in spirit, for I will show you when the cage doors open so that you can fly free." So you guys might be feeling as if you're trapped. You know, you're trapped in a life or a situation that you don't want to be in. But remember that those things are temporary. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, Scorpio, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, know that you are loved, and namaste.